beautiful families. Welcome to yet another episode of What We Eat, a fun, casual cooking show where we talk about life, family, and of course, what we eat. In today's episode, I'm going to be sharing one of my personal favorite recipes. Now, I know we always make things that is special for our family and friends, but today I will be making something that is my personal favorite. It's always good to treat yourself with something that you absolutely love. So today, I'm going to show you my personal favorite, which fortunately is my family's, especially my husband's favorite as well, is a recipe for grilled beef short rib. So I have some American Wagyu short rib today. You can see the marbling on each of this short rib and see how precious it is. Now, some of them came already trimmed where the top fat is not there. However, some of them have the top layer fat. And I will not be trimming it because I think this is going to give a lot of flavor to my short rib, so I'm going to keep it there. If you want, you can trim. However, I am going to actually score the fat so that the marinade or the rub that I'm going to be making penetrates onto the meat. Now that I'm done scoring the fat, I am going to be making my rub. So this is going to go onto the grill and we are going to be making a dry rub for it. Another very popular way of making short rib is braising it. I'm going to be showing you that recipe sometime in the near future, but this is my most favorite way of eating short ribs, and that's why this is the first recipe of short ribs that I'm sharing with you. So let's make the rub. Now I'm going to be making the rub. The rub is very simple because it's a dry rub and you don't need a lot of ingredients. So I'm going to be starting with some smoked paprika. Remember, the exact measurement for each of the ingredients will be on the description box. I'm going to be using from some red chili flakes. I'm going to be using some garlic powder, some coarse sea salt, brown sugar, and some black pepper. And then I'm going to be calling my handy dandy mixer to help me mix the rub. Hi baby, how are you doing?
I'm good.
You want to help me mix?
Sure.
All right, you can take it away.
So let's see here. I'm gonna mix this, eh? Easy peasy lemon squeezy.
Alright, so now we are going to be putting the rub in. But before I put the rub in, I want to put a little bit of neutral oil. You can use any oil. I'm using peanut oil. I'm going to put a little bit of neutral oil on each of the rib so that my rub sticks onto it. Remember, you don't need a lot, just a little bit. Okay, now I'm going to massage it on all sides because my rub needs to stick onto all sides. Perfect. Now time to sprinkle the rub in. Be generous. You want to make sure your short rib has a lot of flavor. Now, if you made more rub than you need, you can always store it in an airtight container. Make sure all sides of your rib is nicely coated. Beautiful massage. Hey, if you show it love, it'll show it back to you. Now we are ready to grill. I'm going to be using the reverse sear technique to grill my short ribs, which basically means I am going to be cooking them on indirect heat first, and then I am going to be searing them on direct flame. So my grill is now 350 degrees, and I am going to be using my ribs on indirect heat, and I'm going to cook them for an hour, and then after an hour I'm going to check my ribs, and then I will sear them on the direct flame. So I'm going to be placing my short ribs now. Okay, so to go with my beef short rib, I'm going to be making an easy watermelon salad. For making the watermelon salad, I have a beautiful small watermelon. I prefer seedless watermelon. However, you can do it with any watermelon that you like. I have a few red chilies. Now these are non-spicy. And if you still think it's spicy, you can take the seeds out. You can use any type of chilies you like. If you like spicy, chopped up jalapeno also goes really well with this salad. However, we just use this in our family. I have 1 clove of garlic. I know what you're thinking. Garlic in a watermelon salad? Just trust me on this and put a little bit of garlic, finely minced. It is going to change the flavor profile, and it's going to make your watermelon salad extremely tasty. I have some fresh mozzarella balls. These are little ones. If you don't get the little ones, you can buy the big fresh mozzarella balls, and you can just, chop it up and put it in your salad. I have some fresh herbs. I'm using mint and rosemary. You can use other types of herbs as well if you like them. I feel like with the watermelon salad, these are the 2 herbs that I love the most. And to make the dressing, all you need is some balsamic vinegar, some extra virgin olive oil, and some salt. Alright, so now we're going to make the dressing. I'm going to be using some extra virgin olive oil, about 1/3 of a cup. I'm going to be using some balsamic vinegar. This is white balsamic vinegar. If you don't have this variety, you can use any other kind you have. It's about a tablespoon. And I'm going to be using some salt to taste. If you think your watermelon is not too sweet, you can add a little bit of sugar in this marinade as well. But I tasted my watermelon and it was incredibly sweet, so I don't need to add any additional sugar. I'm just going to be mixing it up, and then we'll pour it on our beautiful salad and toss it. Tell me that doesn't look sinfully delicious to you. I can't wait anymore. I have to dig in right now. In total, it took me 1.5 hours to cook, and it reached an internal temperature of 130 degrees Fahrenheit. Now, we used the reverse sear technique as I showed you before, where I cooked it on indirect flame for the longest time, and then I quickly seared it in direct flame. Let's cut it open. Okay, this is butter. Oh, look at that. It's a perfect medium rare. Okay, I'm going to cut me a small piece so that I can taste and tell you guys how impossibly delicious it tastes. I'm sorry. I cannot stop eating. It tastes like melting butter in your mouth. The flavor, the seasoning, the depth of the smoked paprika, the undertone of garlic, the butter, everything is just perfection. And coupled with the watermelon salad, it's going to be a beautiful, exquisite dinner. I highly encourage you guys to try this. You are not going to regret it. Treat yourself once in a while. And until next time, cheers.